The Bermuda Triangle is calling, and it's terrifying. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, so I was just scrolling, minding my own business, trying to find, a new conspiracy theory to obsess over. Because, that's my life now. And then bam, the Bermuda Triangle, it's one of those things, right? The Bermuda Triangle has baffled scientists and sailors for decades. Today, we're diving into 5 real stories that defy all logic. And when I say defy logic, I mean, my brain actually hurts trying to figure this stuff out. It's not just, oh, a ship sank. No. It's like ships and planes just poof, gone, vanished, into thin air or thin water. Is that a thing? Seriously though, prepare yourselves. Because some of this stuff is so wild, it makes my weirdest dreams look like a normal Tuesday. We're talking experienced pilots, massive ships, people disappearing literally a mile from shore. How does that even happen? It's the kind of stuff that makes you question everything, are there aliens? Is it a time portal? Did a giant kraken just get really, really hungry? I don't know, but we're going to explore it. Welcome to our countdown of 5 real Bermuda Triangle stories that defy all logic. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll be sleeping with the lights on. Okay, so first up, and this one really gets me. Our first story is about Flight 19. It's a whole squadron, 5 U.S. Navy bombers. These are serious military-grade aircraft, flown by experienced pilots, and they just vanished. Without a trace. Poof. Gone. December 5th, 1945. They took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, on a routine training mission. Oh, just another day at the office, flying over the ocean. And then, nothing. The flight leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, starts reporting that his compasses are malfunctioning. How does that even happen? The radio transmissions, oh my God, they're chilling. You can hear them talking, trying to figure out where they are. Imagine being up there, ocean everywhere, and your instruments are failing. My anxiety is through the roof just thinking about it. And it gets worse. They're trying to guide them back, right? But Taylor's everything is wrong. Strange. Even the ocean doesn't look as it should. It's so tragic and confusing. The last clear transmission from Flight 19 was them basically saying they were low on fuel and that they might have to ditch the planes in the ocean. Okay, you guys, if Flight 19 freaked you out, this next one, oh my God. This is the USS Cyclops, a massive Navy collier ship. Over 540 feet long, carrying 10,000 tons of manganese ore. It disappeared with 309 people on board. This happened in March 1918 during World War I. It sailed from Brazil to Baltimore, stopping in Barbados. Then, it just never arrived. No SOS, no distress calls, no warnings, nothing. How does a ship that big just vanish? The last message was on March 4th, 1918. After that, complete radio silence. For a ship that size to just disappear without a single peep, it's incredibly strange. The Navy launched a massive search but found nothing. No wreckage, no debris, no bodies, no lifeboats. It was as if the ocean just swallowed it whole. It's the single largest loss of life in U.S. naval history, not involving direct combat. Not a battle, just gone. President Woodrow Wilson said, "Only God and the sea know what happened to the great ship." Okay, you guys, this next one, this one is just, it's almost more unbelievable because of how close it was to safety. We're talking about a boat called the Witchcraft, and no, it wasn't like an ancient galleon from a pirate movie. This was a modern cabin cruiser, 23 feet long, and it vanished, literally, 1 mile off the coast of Miami. 1 mile, on December 22nd, 1967. How? How does that even happen? The owner, Dan Burak, he wasn't some newbie sailor. He was an experienced yachtsman. He took a friend, Father Patrick Horgan, out for a ride to see the Christmas lights of Miami from the water. Sounds nice, right? Festive even. They were just chilling, enjoying the view. And then, around 9 p.m., Dan Burak makes a call to the Coast Guard. He's super calm, not panicking at all. He just says, "I've hit something. I think I've damaged my propeller. I need a tow." He gave his exact location. Buoy number 7, just a mile from shore. A mile! You could probably swim that if you had to, right? The Coast Guard was like, "Okay, no problem, we'll be right there." And they were fast. A cutter was dispatched immediately and reached his reported position in, like, 19 minutes. 19, that's super quick. They get there, expecting to find this cabin cruiser with a busted prop waiting for a tow. And guess what they found? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No boat, no Dan Burak, no Father Horgan, no debris, no oil slick, no floating cushions. Nothing. It was like the Witchcraft and its 2 passengers had just been plucked out of the water by an invisible force. In 19 minutes, from a busy shipping channel a mile from one of the biggest cities in Florida. My brain cannot compute this, you guys. The Coast Guard searched for hours, then days. They expanded the search area, covering hundreds of square miles. They had planes, they had boats, nothing. Okay, you guys, if you thought the other stories were weird, buckle up your seatbelts, because this one is straight out of a horror movie. We're talking ghost ships. Yes, you heard me. Ghost ships in the Bermuda Triangle. This is the story of the Ellen Austin, and it's so creepy it gives me actual goosebumps. This happened way back in 1881, so it's an oldie but a goodie. Or like an oldie but a terrifying. So the Ellen Austin was a big American sailing ship, a schooner, on its way from London to New York. Standard trip, right? Well, somewhere in the Sargasso Sea, which is like right in the Bermuda Triangle zone, they spot another ship, just drifting, no sails up, looking totally abandoned, a derelict. Already spooky, right? Captain Baker of the Ellen Austin decides to investigate because, maybe there's salvage or people to rescue. They pull alongside and it's eerie. The ship is in pretty good condition, seaworthy even, but there's no one on board. Not a soul. The cargo is intact, everything seems mostly in order, but the crew? Vanished. Just gone. Like the Mary Celeste, but like, with an even weirder twist coming up. So Captain Baker is like, okay, free ship, score! He decides to put a prize crew on board, a few of his own sailors, to sail this mystery ship alongside the Ellen Austin back to New York. This is where it gets really, really weird. So they put the prize crew on the derelict ship, and the 2 ships set off together. For a couple of days, everything's fine. They're sailing along, 2 ships, probably feeling pretty good about their find. And then, a storm hits, a big one. The 2 ships get separated in the bad weather and lose sight of each other. Standard sea stuff. Can happen, right? Alright, you guys, we've made it to our last story. And this one is like the ultimate WTF moment, because even the official investigation was basically like, we have no freaking idea what happened. We're talking about the Star Tiger, a British South American Airways Tudor 4 passenger aircraft. This was a big fancy plane for its time, and on January 30th, 1948, it just vanished, without a trace, while flying from the Azores to Bermuda, right into the heart of the mystery zone. The Star Tiger had 25 passengers and 6 crew members. Experienced crew, including a famous ex-RAF pilot, Air Marshal Sir Arthur Coningham. This wasn't like some amateur joyride. These were professionals in a state-of-the-art, for 1948, aircraft. They'd made a refueling stop in the Azores, and the flight towards Bermuda was initially totally normal. Weather was good, they were in radio contact, everything seemed fine, just another transatlantic flight. And then, gone. The last radio contact was routine. The pilot gave their position, said they were expecting to arrive in Bermuda on schedule. Nothing to indicate any trouble at all. No distress call, no mayday, just silence. They were about 2 hours out from Bermuda. 1 minute they're reporting their position, clear skies, everything nominal, and the next, they're just not there anymore. It's like they flew into an invisible wall. The search was immediate and massive. The U.S. Air Force and Navy scoured the area for 5 days. They flew hundreds of sorties, covering a huge expanse of ocean. They found absolutely nothing. Not a single piece of wreckage. No oil slick. No bodies. No luggage. Nothing. It was as if a 4-engine airliner carrying 31 people had just evaporated into thin air. How is that even possible? This is the part that gets me. The official investigation by the British Ministry of Civil Aviation was super thorough. Oh my God, you guys! Okay, that was a lot. Flight 19, the USS Cyclops, the Witchcraft, the Ellen Austin's ghost ship, the Star Tiger. My brain is officially scrambled. It's like each story is more unexplainable and terrifying than the last. How can so many planes and ships and people just vanish without a trace in this one specific area of the world? It's beyond comprehension, honestly. I started this thinking, oh, Bermuda Triangle, spooky, but now I'm genuinely unsettled. These aren't just old sailors' tales, you know? These are documented events with real people, real investigations that often came up with nothing, just a big fat question mark. And it makes you wonder, what else is out there that we don't know about? What other mysteries are lurking in the depths of the ocean or the vastness of the sky? It's humbling and kind of scary to think about how much we don't understand about our own planet. I'm definitely going to be having weird dreams tonight, probably involving ghost ships and compasses spinning like crazy. But hey, that's why we love these mysteries, right? Because they challenge us, they make us think, they make us question. If you enjoyed these mind-boggling stories, and if you're as freaked out and fascinated as I am, don't forget to like, subscribe, and definitely hit that bell icon for more intriguing content. We need to stick together in our quest for answers, or at least in our shared confusion. What do you think happened in the Bermuda Triangle? Do you have a theory? Aliens? Time warps? Giant sea monsters? Let us know in the comments below. I'm gonna go lock all my doors now. Bye!